What is going on, everybody? AHS Rules back again with another video. We've already done 5 of these already. Now we're moving on to the 6th Ring of Honor television review. I've covered every episode of the new era of Ring of Honor on Honor Club. This one, however, is the aftermath and the first one after the big Supercard of Honor event that took place. Now, if you want to hear my thoughts and opinions on that, check out my last video, Shooting the Breeze number 3, where I cover everything that I cared about WrestleMania 39 weekend, which in this case was Supercard of Honor, WrestleMania 39 Night 1 and Night 2, and the Raw after WrestleMania, which I will admit, good majority of the video is me crapping on the Raw after WrestleMania and just giving my full thoughts and opinions on Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. But you're not tuned into this video to hear me talk more about that, so check that out. You came here to watch an ROH TV review, which I'm about to do right now. Now, the biggest effect that Supercard of Honor had on this show was a third commentator, as Nigel McGuinness returned to Ring of Honor, was a part of commentary at the event, and he was on commentary here tonight with Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman. The first matchup of the night was the Workhorsemen, which is JD Drake and Anthony Henry. They were teaming with Shane Taylor to face the Lucha Brothers, who are the new tag team champions, and Mark Briscoe, who is sadly not the television champion. Mark and Shane start the match off, but quickly tag out, and Henry and Phoenix come in. Then Phoenix tags out, and Penta comes in, and he and Phoenix double team on JD Drake, and then all 3 men take out Shane Taylor. Penta can't package power drive Shane Taylor, leading to Shane Taylor's team taking Penta into their corner and working on him there. Penta is able to fight back with a sling blade and then is able to tag Mark in, and Mark takes Shane Taylor and JD Drake out on the outside, but once he comes into the ring, Anthony Henry dominates him, and the Workhorsemen and Shane Taylor try to triple team him, and Henry is able to pin Mark Briscoe, but the Lucha Brothers break it up, and the Lucha Brothers and Mark Briscoe win with a Dre Driller by Mark, and that was the end of the matchup. Now, this is going to be the title of the video. This is the big matchup. Once I heard this matchup, I was really looking forward to this episode. And surprisingly, it was the second freaking match on the show. But I'm not going to complain because the match still happened. For the Pure Championship, Katsuyori Shibata versus Christopher Daniels. The judges, most of the time I forget to mention who the judges are for the Pure title matchups. But I'm pretty sure on all of them that we've seen so far, Dean Malenko and BJ Whitmer have been them. And then most of the time it's Colt Cabana, but tonight it was Jerry Lynn. Anyways, one thing that was of note that they mentioned early, that was something that I didn't realize but probably should have. The Pure Championship is the only men's championship that Christopher Daniels has not held in his time in Ring of Honor, as he obviously beat Adam Cole for the world title. He beat Eddie Edwards for the TV title. Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky were the 6-man champions at one time, and then he was a multiple-time tag team champion. So the Pure Championship was one that he wanted to check off his list. But Shibata keeps him grounded very early on, mainly targeting the neck of his into a figure 4 leg lock, and CD has to use his first rope break. Daniels then targets Shibata's neck after a vicious clothesline attempt and then a Koji clutch. Both men exchange forearms and chops, and Shibata hits a running dropkick into the corner. Daniels is able to fight out of a headlock, but has to use a second rope break. Both men exchange STOs. Shibata uses a sleeper hold soon after and sets up the penalty kick to win the matchup. So it's a very back and forth matchup. I was going to say it was quick, but it was around 10 minutes. But very good matchup, and like I said, I really liked it, and it's going to be in the title of the video. After this, we get a backstage promo package from Claudio Castagnoli, and the interviewer asks him who is next for Claudio. And spoiler alert, he does not answer. He spends this promo talking about how he did what he said he was going to do to Eddie Kingston, and that, to be fair, there's not really anybody worthy of challenging him, but he was mainly talking about Eddie Kingston the whole time. So, intriguing to see what is going to be next for Claudio Castagnoli. Next, we get Brian Cage versus Ortiz, which we have not seen Ortiz in Ring of Honor yet, and I couldn't tell you the last time we've seen him in AEW, but he was here tonight, which is always good to see. Ortiz uses his speed advantage early and even hits a cannonball on the outside. Once they're able to get back in the ring. Cage dominates once he hits a second rope superplex, which I'm pretty sure he is hitting all of his Ring of Honor matchups. I always take note of that. Anyways, Ortiz is able to hit a DDT and a Death Valley Driver, but can only get a 2 count for both of them. Ortiz keeps fighting back, but can't kick out of a drill claw by Cage, which leads to Brian Cage getting the victory. Next, we get Darius Martin versus Jay Lethal, and the Kingdom are on commentary, mainly mentioning that Darius is now on his own because Dante got injured at Supercard of Honor. Get well soon, Dante. But now Darius is going to be on his own for probably a while. We don't know. We obviously want Dante to recover well and not rush him back, so we'll see. But like I said, Darius is on his own right now, and he is going against Jay Lethal, who is back. This is his first Ring of Honor matchup since July, which is very crazy for a Ring of Honor legend, but it is what it is. It's very fast-paced early on, including several dives from both men, and both men deliver forearm attempts throughout the matchup. Darius blocks a lethal injection and another cutter attempt. However, Satnam Singh distracts the referee, which leads Matt Taven coming down to the ring and hitting a super kick onto Darius Martin, and Jay Lethal is able to hit a lethal injection for the win. Next, we get Roosh and Jalistico of LFI versus Carly Bravo and Sean Dean, the Infantry. Jalistico and Sean Dean start the matchup off, and Jalistico tries to do the Code of Honor, and Sean Dean, well, he advised and did it, but Jalistico used it to take advantage, and then they take out Carly Bravo, who tags in after Sean Dean was distracted by all this, and LFI pretty much dominate this whole matchup and punish Bravo in their corner, and LFI win with a shoulder breaker by Jalistico on Sean Dean, and crazy enough, Jalistico has a AEW International title match at Battle of the Belts, which is coming up tonight. So that's probably the reason for a quick matchup, but it is what it is. Next, a very good matchup and a very back and forth matchup. Tracy Williams versus Daniel Garcia. We'll get Matt Wrestling to start the match from Tracy Williams, but Daniel Garcia does not want to get involved with that. And like I said, it's very back and forth. And for some reason, the crowd chants, "We want tables," which Daniel Garcia went to the outside and looked for tables and did not find any, but did find 2 birds that he did showcase to the crowd. Once he gets back in the ring, Tracy hits him with a DDT on the top turnbuckle, which was very nice, a lariat, and a crossface, but Garcia is able to get into the ropes. However, once Daniel is able to get up from this, he hits a DDT into his knees for the 3 count. Like I said, very good matchup, very back and forth. These are the matchups I like in Ring of Honor. I like it when it's back and forth, and you don't know who or you don't know who's going to win and what's going to happen next. And like I said, this was one of these matchups, and Daniel Garcia did get the win. Next, we get 2 very quick matchups. This one being Willow Nightingale versus Notorious Mimi. Mimi tries to have the match go fast-paced, including a cross-body, but Willow is able to hit a pout, period, and a sit-out powerbomb for the win. Very quick. Then we get, I've never seen these 2 men before, but I did love their tag team name, Steve Somerset and Steven Azur, with their tag team name being Even Stevens, which I was a big Even Stevens fan back in the day on Disney Channel. I don't know if the show has any correlation to their tag team name. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on it, because like I said, it's another quick matchup, but they went against Vincent and Dutch, the Righteous, who returned at Supercard of Honor on the pre-show, and the Righteous attack Azur early on. Somerset, like I said, he was never in the matchup, so I don't even know if that's how you say his name, but they attack and keep Azur in the ring the whole time and dominate and win the match very quickly. So it is what it is. Next, we get another back and forth matchup, which you didn't know who was going to win, and like I just said, I enjoy these type of matchups. This time it was Tony Nese versus Konosuke Takeshita. Nese is very dominant early on, mainly due to outside interference by Josh Woods. Takeshita flips this with a powerful clothesline, followed by 2 big boots into the corner and a senton. Nese recovers with a super kick, but Takeshita still hits a blue thunder bomb, and Nese rolls onto the outside, and Takeshita follows him and dives onto the everyone outside, which in this case was Ari Daivari, who sadly, his Ring of Honor match appearance streak has ended, because I'm pretty sure he's competed on all 5 episodes. I'll make sure to double check and put in the comments whether I'm right or wrong. And Josh Woods. And then he makes Smart Mark Sterling back off. Dun 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 dun. Nice recovers with a moonsault once they get back inside the ring. And Nice tries to hit a pump handle slam, but Takeshita reverses it twice, with the second one leading into a tombstone for a 2 count. A tombstone pile-driver for a 2 count. Nice is finally able to hit the pump handle slam with help from Josh Woods on the outside on the distraction, and we get a very close 2 count, and Takeshita kicks out. Nice attempts a running big boot into the corner, but Takeshita reverses it into a rolling German suplex, which is his finisher, and finishes the match, and Takeshita gets another win. Then we get the main event matchup for the women's world title, or the women's title, Ring of Honor title. I'm pretty sure it's the women's world title. Women's title, Athena versus Mayu Yamashita, which, to be fair, last week, I'm pretty sure I messed it up. This week, I got hella confused because all the commentators and Bobby Cruz all said it 4 different ways, but I'm just going to refer to her by her first name because they all would say it. The last name, they didn't. So Mayu. That is the point. But Mayu has the advantage early due to many kick attempts and kicks that she was able to land. Athena tries to take the match to the outside. Once that is able to happen, she pushes Mayu into the ring post and starts to target Mayu's knee. It is very back and forth once it is on the outside. Athena reverses a running knee into a single leg Boston Crab and an ankle lock. Then Athena attempts to run away after Mayu tries to hit her spinning heel kick. I was trying to think, what is it called? Spinning heel kick, and Athena tries to run away and run to the top of the stage. But Mayu is able to catch up to her, and they fight back and forth on top of the stage. But Mayu is able to hit a back body drop on Athena, which is very powerful, which the referee should have counted a 20 by the end, but he was being lenient and trying to get both the women back into the ring. But they continued being on the outside and on the stage, and Athena hit a dive onto Mayu off the stage, which, to be fair, the position that she was in, I thought she was going to hit O-face, which if that was the case, that would probably hurt Athena a lot more than Mayu, so that is probably why that did not happen. They're able to get back into the ring at some point, or eventually, and then Athena reverses the spinning heel kick into a crossface that Mayu is not able to escape from, leading to Athena's win and her retaining her championship. And that is it. This is a very quick, this is the shortest episode of Ring of Honor in this new era. And like I said, we had 2 fairly quick matchups, but it is what it is. Like I said, I enjoyed this episode. We had several back and forth matchups. I'm glad that we got another Athena title match, which I've enjoyed her reign so far. So, again, I have no clue when the next set of actual Ring of Honor tapings is, like back in Orlando, because the past 2 have been taped in front of the AEW audiences. I don't think that's the end of the world, but I will be intrigued to see where they go when they go back to the Honor Zone. But until then, until the next ROH TV review, got a couple other videos, hopefully in planning, coming out this week. So check those out. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.